time you've got Congress or the president basically telling the news media, we want you to do this, then they're stuck in two positions. If they do, they look like they cave and they look like they are tools of the administration. And if they don't, then of course, then they run afoul of people who've got great power and also great access, because in D.C., access matters for everything. But what's funny is the reason why this story did not make the Sunday talk shows, which is what they're pushing here, is because there was no news that they wanted to talk about. Climate change didn't have a good year, so they don't talk about it in the network Sunday shows.
And the weird thing, though, is Bernie Sanders' report or his letter is based off of a Media Matters report that only 8 out of 52 weeks did the Sunday morning talk shows cover climate change. Excuse me, am I supposed to believe that all of a sudden anti-climate change conservatives took over CNN and ABC and CBS? I mean, come on. If there was a climate change story, you know they'd be on it.
Right. What the greatest example of this is the ship that got, the global warming research vessel that gets stuck in the Antarctic ice during summer in the Antarctic. The networks did at least 41 stories on it. Only one of them mentioned the most basic term, who, what, where, when, why. Why was it there? It was doing climate change research. And guess what? It found something they didn't want to find and didn't want to talk about. They found ice.
Let's talk about a free and independent press. We're not Venezuela. We're not Cuba. We're not China. We don't want an insidious relationship between our government and media. We don't even have the BBC. We have what stands as a free and independent media, even when we don't like them, okay? Even when we don't like some of the people on the left side of media. For the most part, they might be sympathetic to government, but they're not taking orders from government, at least at least not obviously. But this seems like Sanders wants to change that. He wants to be directly involved in the decision-making process to what gets on the air.
Well, remember, 2014 is an election year. The left is very concerned, not just, they know they've won with all the other types of media, that they reach. But the Sunday shows are policy shows. They're watched by wonky people. And so they want to talk about their issue because this is an issue they want to talk about for the election. It's disgusting that they think they can get away with this. And the worst part is they will. I guarantee you by the end of this year, the tally will be higher. But they'll say, oh, it's just because of circumstances.
What about this?